Welcome back to It's Not That Late with Liv Harrison, and I am on the couch, which means I've got a guest. And my guest is really fantastic because I met him because I was in charge of a women's conference is how we met, and he is in charge of coffee. So what would go better with a women's conference than coffee? I can't think of anything. If you are Catholic and you live in the Houston area, then you've probably tasted Zelly Beans coffee, even if you're not Catholic and you're in the Houston area, and even if you're not in the Houston area, because Zelly Beans is getting kind of really big. And I've got the creator and the CEO and the president and the taste tester and the roaster. I don't know all the things that he does, but we're going to find out.
If there's something that needs to be done, I do it.
Joseph Mastrangelo. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to say yes no matter what. I want to make sure I got his name correct.
Mastrangelo.
Okay, good. Hi, Joseph.
I always tell people, use your hands and it comes out better. Try that. Try it.
Joseph Mastrangelo. Yes, I nailed it.
I'm telling you, use your hands. You do that Italian, your finger, three fingers, the two fingers and your thumb together.
I can do it. I believe.
There you go.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Liv.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great now.
Look, you really did save me.
I'm not hitting on you, I promise.
No, listen, you are so fantastic. I am such a fan of yours. And now I'm a fan of your wife, by the way. She's
my wife
lovely.
is much more amazing than I am.
She's fantastic.
I mean, I'm pretty amazing, but she's really amazing.
She's just over the edge amazing.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But yeah, because you told me about her and now we're actually like involved in some of the same circles.
That's right. I think so. Yeah.
So now she's doing I don't even need you anymore, Joseph,
really
is what
don't.
I'm saying.
I mean, no. You don't need me, but you need a coffee to fuel what you're trying to do.
Listen, let's be honest. You must be everybody's best friend. I can't imagine. I mean, unless you sold liquor, I would think the next best thing would be, or better, would be coffee.
I mean, what are the things that survived this pandemic? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say it. You can say it. I had you. Listen, that's all I kept telling people during the pandemic because I had your stuff shipped into me. And now I have so much coffee. We need another pandemic so I can get through it.
You and some other great Catholic women like promoted Zelly Beans. And that's honestly, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because that kind of gave us the boost to kind of continue going because it was scary. It really was scary there for a while. And, but getting like, I was already shipping to people's homes all over the country. And I mean, obviously I think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, the coffee
it's
is
fantastic
amazing.
Coffee. No, it really is.
But
it really is.
It's fantastic coffee, not because of me necessarily, but it's because of the growers and the families behind it that makes it so amazing. Like they do such great work. And that's not just
lip service.
It's the truth behind it. Because I mean, I don't know. Like I
want you to tell the story. Please tell the story. Tell me about somebody's listening out there that's never heard of Zelly Beans and we're going to change their life.
So Zelly Beans coffee it will change their life. The thing is, it won't even change their life. It changes families' lives all over the world.
True.
So we are mission focused, families helping families through specialty coffee. And a lot of people ask me, well, what does that even mean? It means that every single one of our coffees are sourced from family farms and it's traceable down to those family farms. And we've tried to focus on those family farms that are transitioning from commodity coffee, meaning like the generic brands and stuff. Like
we won't say their names here.
I'm not saying their names. I'm trying to like save face here, but to specialty coffee,
nice.
Which I can get into the nitty gritty and the process of the supply chain and how all that works. But suffice to say, when they transition from commodity coffee to specialty coffee, they're earning 3 to 5 times as much.
Really?
It's literally life changing for the families and the whole community around them. I could tell you about some of the stories and stuff like that already, but
I
it's just
want to know
really
how
amazing.
you started this whole shindig. That's what I really want to know. Like you just wake up one day and you're like, I'm tired of these crystals. I almost said the name. I always think of like the Saturday Night Live skit. That's so fantastic with what's his face. Anybody remember who that is?
You're doing a great job.
I'm doing really fantastic right now. What is his name? Tommy Boy. Oh my gosh. Chris Farley. And when they exchange
down by the river.
Yeah, but not that sketch. That's the one where they exchange his coffee for a different coffee and he goes crazy. All right. You know what? This went very well.
That's went so well.
I'm really
Great
excited
transition.
about this. This is amazing. Saturday Night Live should be calling any moment now. God
Not
bless.
sponsored by.
Jeez. Okay. let's start that over again, shall we? How did you get into the coffee business is what I want to know.
I was that kid that was drinking coffee at like 9 and 10 years old.
As a little kid?
Yeah, I love coffee.
That's amazing.
I did. And I didn't believe the like lip service about like, oh, it's going to stunt your growth. I'm 6'3". So like if it stunt my growth, thank God I did not need to be a giant.
You're going to be 6'8". You could have had a basketball career, but that's okay.
My coordination didn't dictate that. So, but I have always loved coffee. In high school, I got a job at a coffee shop, a local coffee shop, not too far from here. I grew up in Tomball.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's not in existence anymore. May it rest in peace.
We have better coffee now anyway. So
yes.
Zelly beans.
Well, it was through that experience I discovered, because before then it was a lot of the S word drinks, a lot of the mochas and frappuccinos and stuff like that.
That place that has green and white.
The green and white
from
with the
Sirens.
The siren
exactly.
call.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a siren.
It is a siren. You're right. Yeah.
And actually worked for them for a short period of time as well.
As a barista?
A barista. Makes it sound so fancy.
I mean, it does.
But, and then I was in seminary for a while. And while I was in seminary, I discovered that you can home roast your own coffee. You can roast your coffee at home. And I thought it was the most amazing thing ever. And I was in seminary and I was doing the seminarian thing, studying, praying. Like a lot of seminarians, they have like their hobbies and a lot of it's sports related, stuff like that. And I'm like, that's not. And I was like, also, I'm like, this is my hobby. I got a coffee roaster. I started roasting my own coffee for myself. And I would share it with my seminarian brothers. I had like, my rector, like much to his chagrin, I like created almost like a cafe experience in my dorm and stuff like that.
You became an entrepreneur as a seminarian.
Very bad entrepreneur because I was just giving it away. That was my problem.
That was a seminarian in you.
Yeah.
Mission driven. Yeah.
Mission
from
driven.
the beginning.
From the beginning.
I love it.
Fast forward many years. I left seminary. I was met my wife. We got married. We had 2 kids. I was working at a church and we were expecting baby number 3. And it was like, oh no, we need to do the millennial thing and have a side hustle. How we're going to do this. And
more coffee with 3 kids. You need the caffeine.
Well,
I got to stay awake.
I was suggesting all the regular things. Write a book, go on a speaking circuit, create a podcast. because that's how you make money as a Catholic speaker. My wife, like I told you, she's much more brilliant than I am. She's like, you're not going to do any of those things. No. She's like, why don't you start selling your coffee? I was like, are you crazy? Like, really?
So
like,
it's her
there's
idea.
no way that would work. No way that's going to work. But I was like, all right, I'll look into it. I'll research it. I did some research and God just opened the right doors. Like there's a coffee shop that had just opened up that had its own roastery. I was talking to the owner and he offered for me to use the space. So like basically all the arguments I had against it, too much money to buy the equipment and do this and do that. He basically opened all the doors and like basically made it where it could happen. And I just kind of just did it.
What year was this?
That was what year is today? It was 2018. It was 2018.
Wow. And so from 2018 to we're in 2021. I don't know when this will air, when people are listening, but whenever that is, you're not like a legit company.
Yeah.
And like you do all the things and your coffee is delicious.
Thank
and your
you.
branding is
Thank
so
you.
rad.
So it's named Zelly Beans Coffee. Our middle child is named Zelly after Saint Zelly from Louis and Zelly. And I called her
Saint Teresa's
parents. Saint Teresa Little Flower. Right. Her parents are Louis and Zelly, and they were.
So this is her mother.
Yeah, her mother, and she and so I called Zelly one night. I called her Zelly Bean and I told my wife, that's her name. That's the name of the business. And she's like,
her Zelly Bean.
Oh, I called her Zelly Bean.
Is that still what you call her?
Every now and then.
I love it.
My wife's immediate reaction was, what about Evelyn? Well, she's going to be upset when there's no Evelyn beans. We know what one of my most popular sellers are.
What?
Evelyn's Espresso.
So you name coffee after. Okay.
And she gets so excited whenever somebody buys Evelyn's Espresso.
I love it.
Funny.
Okay, but we figured that out, so that's perfect. And now you're like this whole, and you're in coffee shops, and you do subscription service. So I do and all sorts of things
online. I started mostly online. I'll do events. One of the reasons why we met is like I did youth ministry. I did a lot of ministry. And I believe in providing good hospitality, but also for these type of events, like I believe wholeheartedly in like having good coffee.
Yeah.
Because I believe in removing any obstacles from the individual that will keep them from hearing what God has in store for them at these events. I told you this, and I still believe this.
I loved that.
And for me, at these type of events, like bad coffee is one of those things that would completely distract me from it, because I would be thinking about how to get good coffee.
Yeah. Where could you go?
Where
and
can I
looking
go?
up on
How
your
can
phone.
I do it? Like,
how can I get there?
All right, there's enough time for me to drive over here. To get quick. Oh, that's not the best, but it'll be doable. So
that's such a good point. Like it's so profound, but then it really is like a very practical point.
It's a practical, but truly profound, because let's do whatever we can to allow God to speak to the individuals there without being distracted. So that was, that was one of my things. I want to be able to like do that with as many. I did it with you with Genius. I've done it with a couple other conferences. I think it's important and it's meaningful. And then on top of that, people get to try Zelly Beans coffee sometimes their first time. And then usually I'll try to have a table there and
they love it. Like the women at my conference. So Genius was a women's conference that I put on in March of 2020, right before the pandemic happened.
Literally.
By the skin of our teeth.
Yes.
I remember we were talking about it. Yes. We were like, so what about this virus that's hanging out in California? And we're like, it's fine.
We're not going to have to worry about it.
I mean, yeah. So cut to, we do have to worry about it. But we made it out.
Yes.
But the coffee, I mean, all the women, first of all, they really appreciated it, especially in women's ministry, let's be honest. And in Catholic ministry, let's be honest. You usually get old pizza and watered down Tang and, coffee that was 4 days old. And you know what I mean? Like, that's not where people put the focus.
No,
and you really brought something amazing to that whole weekend.
Like the love and care of the individual. Like we care about you enough to give you something of value.
I love it.
We value you enough to give you something valuable.
Yeah. So and they're giving, these women are giving to their babies and to their husbands. And here they are having a weekend. So we were on the same page on this.
Completely.
And we fed them really well. I had fajitas made.
Oh, yes. I got to partake in the food too. It was very good.
I was like, we're not having crummy, hotel food. We're not doing that here. No. So we're going to take a little break, but you and I are going to do something kind of fun. We're going to do some.
Oh, yes. I don't know if you even realize how
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I know.
You do. And I kind of love that. I have no clue what's about to happen.
I think usually the guests don't know what's going to happen.
So now it's my turn to be confused, which is already happening.
I was about to say, like, your time to be confused, that hasn't happened already.
So the same. So it's like every other episode. Perfect.
Love
Thanks. All right. So guys, don't go anywhere. You're going to want to watch what we're going to do next with coffee. Okay. You're listening and watching It's Not That Late with Liv Harrison. Come on back.